It's Tuesday morning, and my brain told me that we better make a video to explain what we're doing. On this door, on the Bugatti, on the door, on the top, I explained the other day, it did not fit good over here on this side. It did not fit good on this side. I've made a decision that I did not do an incision because I liked how this front looked. So what I did instead is I used fiberglass reinforced auto body filler. That's what I used, and it's a green color. I used the body fill over top of it, but this is a fiberglass reinforced body filler. So it's just a little bit stronger, and I generally put it over all the welds. I do put it over all the welds, and what I'm doing that for is to make believe that it's stronger than if I just put body fill on it. That's all I'm doing, is trying to make my brain feel better, that I did something better than it probably should have been done. But anyways, as I'm doing this fiberglass reinforced filler, I generally put it on with a resin and thin it out and flood it out. But as I'm doing this, I'm using it as filler. So what I mean by filler is I want the body in the fiberglass. As you come over here, you'll see this fiberglass or reinforced body filler is quite thick and dense. As I put that on there, I'm going to mix it and put that on there. I'm going to mix it and put it on there because I'm going to use it for the low spots that are in the car, the problem areas. So you can just think about it like my face. It's got a few new body lines on it. If I went and got some filler, you wouldn't see it, right? You know what I mean? Same sort of thing. And I do not mind gathering body lines because I worked for them. I've got a few new body lines I noticed. I'm like a 36 Ford with a little bit of fiberglass. All right, see how I got that together there? It's very dense. I want that denseness on this because I want to be able to apply it where I want it to be applied. So as I'm putting it up here, I put it in my troubled areas because this was low here. This was low on this side. So I used the fiberglass filler to take up for that bad spot. As I get going here, I want to put another little thin coat on the rest of it, just to make sure that I have protection for my welds at all time. And believe me, only the filler that is needed will stay, and the filler that is not needed will not stay. So as I do this, all this door has been welded up on the top, and I'm using the fiberglass as a filler to make it look right. I'm taking out the cracks in its face, if you know what I'm saying. Also, when you're filling something out, it takes what it takes. If you do not put enough in, it does not look good. So it takes what it takes. Keep that in mind when you're spreading filler on your car. It takes what it takes. And do not turn back. So I just put that on there. I put that on there like filler. That is filler because it's dense. I'm going to use it for the shape. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use it for the shape. This is what I'm going to do. There's another way I use it too, and I'm going to show you. When there's welds that I do not need a lot of shape, and I still want to glass them because I glass all the welds. Generally, I glass all the welds. What I mean by is the fiberglass reinforced auto. I do that first. They say it's waterproof. They say it's this and that, but to be honest with you, who knows? I've seen it pop off before. As I have this like this, I pull this out. Put some on here. I'm going to go over here first. I'm going to do something. I'm going to run some tape on here. On the hood of this 40, you can see that I roughed it up so that if you come over and take a look, you would see that that's how a car looks when you're going to start filling it. That's how a car looks when you're going to fill it. This is for pictures. So As I got that tape on there, the tape is on there for, I do not want to get the fiberglass reinforced body filler onto the other side. I'm acting like a drywaller. I want to keep it to one side, and this is what I'm going to do. You want to come over here, baby, I'll show them. So, I do not try to sand fiberglass. Do not sand fiberglass. It's too hard. If you're going to do anything with fiberglass, fiberglass is to be, I like taking fiberglasses off with the flapper wheel or the little roll-off wheels, because you are just shaping it. You are using it as a shape or a filler. That's what this stuff is for, a shape or a filler. As I have this here, I'm going to pour a little resin in this. And that is a polyester resin. I'm going to mix it up. Put a little more in her maybe. Just get her flow nice, that's all. We have, I think Nap is over here, if I'm sure. Napa know-how. Good morning.
What's going on?
Not much, man. Just putting a little fiberglass on. Come look at it, baby. See how soupy that is? I just mixed the resin in it so far. Now I mixed the hardener in it. That's enough. Got the hardener in her. And all that resin is when I put this fiberglass on that hood, that resin is going to let that fiberglass act as, it's going to flood it out instead of fill it. No problem. See you later. Thanks, man. As I go on this, as you see how I do this, I put it on the place first and then play with it. If I try to play with it, or I try to put it on and play with it before I put it all on, it might go hard on me. So this is what I like to do. I like to put it all on, just like a drywaller. That's what we're acting as, a drywaller. And I'm going this way because I'm hitting that little lip that we have, that we made with the weld, the 18 gauge lip. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and run my really slow on that. I can't even see what it's doing, but don't like that, but whatever. So, as you can see, I've just flooded that out. I will not sand that. I will not take that off. I will not anything. I will go body fill right over top of it, and then I will cruise on. All I have done is flooded out the weld. I don't have to buff it or anything. It's nice and smooth. I can put a little piece of some body fill over top of it if I want to, and that's the way she rolls. And we'll do one side, and then we'll do the other side, and then we won't confuse. I got a hard piece in there. Ugh. See, that's the stuff that gets you. Anyways, you can see how I flooded that out. There will be no need of any of that coming off the car. It's used as a filler, but it's more or less flooding it out. It's a little bit more thinner. I could have put a little more resin on it, but there's two different ways to use that. You can flood it on, or you can use it as filler. That's what I use that for. I put it on every weld when I'm done because I want that security in my own brain that it's working. It's doing its job. And for 1 minute, if you think that cars that get welded up do not get body fill in them, well, you've just hit Christmas morning. Hey, baby, huh? Just hit Christmas morning. So now, as I have the fiberglass on here, it's starting to, starting to get hard. When I come to put body fill on that, I will just nick off the top things. I am using this for filler to make the panel fit right. and then I will come over top of mud over top of that. Mud is body fill, and I will go over top of that. And I will do all our work with one of these. I will not. The only place I will generally use a block is where I have to, if I have to get my hand down in somewhere. We'll use that, and I will show you that. But that's how we fiberglass things. That's what things look like before they're fiberglassed. Everything has to be roughed up. I will show you when it comes time to put mud on this, and I will show you how I make body lines, how I make showroom perfect body lines, just like everybody else does. And it's it's pretty easy. It's Tuesday. What can I tell you? Things are going straight ahead here. We just got to keep mudding, and after a while it'll be done. Simple as that, and that's the way it goes. Try to keep the spirits up. And keep hard at her, I guess. We'll get a few things painted maybe. Jolene will maybe do a few more things on the 40 for me. She'll go around picking up pinholes and stuff. And she's got her hands full just doing the videos. You got to load them, put them on. It's so much easier to judge because you do not have to think. That sticks with me every day when somebody says something that, wow, you never thought about that much. Have a good one.